Hello and welcome. It is Wednesday, October 30th, time for the Classic Guitar Rock Daily Update with yours truly, Jeremy. Thank you for tuning in. As always, I'll start with the plug, some programming notes from Classic Guitar Rock Radio. Now, the Classic Metal Vault, Rich Hanna's onslaught of metal. I mean, it's a molten metal meltdown. I mean, it's too metal for me. I'm just being honest. I mean, I'm too old for that. Anyways, it's metal. So you got to check it out. Now we've moved the time because a lot of us are old. We don't want to stay up too late, right? So it airs. It used to be 9 p.m. Pacific. Now it's 7 p.m. Pacific on Friday nights. Friday night, 7 p.m. Pacific. So what is that? That's 11? No, that's 10 on the East Coast. So anyways, yeah, it airs 7 o'clock Pacific, and then we play it at 4 a.m. Pacific. And guys, we do that so folks in the UK can hear it in like middle of the day on Saturday. And then it runs again 4 p.m. Pacific on Saturday. So 3 times to hear the Classic Metal Vault every weekend. Now, also, let me just sneak in. See, this is what they do on TV, right? So if NBC was rolling out a new show, they'd want to put it right after Seinfeld, because all the people watching Seinfeld, they would hope would stay and listen and see the new show. So we're trying some of that. So after the Classic Metal Vault on Friday night at 9 p.m. is yours truly with the Classic Guitar Rock Time Machine. I mean, your Friday night is set. You got the Classic Metal Vault, then you got the CGR Time Machine. And let me just tell you, this week's edition, it's a brand new edition. Brand new. I'm just being honest. You know me, I'm honest. I'm the broker of honesty. That's my new name. So I had a bunch of episodes and they were playing on other online radio stations for a while. I have a bunch of episodes of the Classic Guitar Rock Time Machine, award-winning. I've got awards right back here. Award-winning Classic Guitar Rock Time Machine. So when I started my own radio station, I'm like, well, let's play these episodes of the Classic Guitar Rock Time Machine. We pick a year, we go back to a year. It's fun. Who wouldn't like it, right? So I made a brand new one. This is the first new episode of the Classic Guitar Rock Time Machine I made in probably 3 years. And not only are we going to a time, we are going to a place. So Friday night on the Classic Guitar Rock Time Machine, we are going to the Sunset Strip of the 80s. I mean, I shouldn't say this because I made it, but it's maybe the best show ever. I'm just going to throw that out there. So that will happen on, let's recap, shall we? 7 o'clock Friday night, the Classic Metal Vault with Rich Hanna. 9 o'clock Friday night. There's a little break in there because Rich's show is like 90 minutes. Then we got like a half an hour break for you to catch your breath, refresh your drink, pop some popcorn. And then at 9 p.m. Pacific, we roll out the Classic Guitar Rock Time Machine. And it's only an hour. It's only an hour. You know, you don't want to overdo a good thing. Okay. So anyways, check out the Classic Metal Vault, the Time Machine. And just so he won't feel bad, I'll tell you about Dennis Hoagland's The Well. The Well happens every Saturday and Sunday starting at 9 a.m. We got you covered for special programming on Classic Guitar Rock Radio. And if you haven't listened to it yet, I don't know what to say. It's like undecided voters. Okay. Seriously. If you are undecided who you're going to vote for at this point, I don't even want you to vote. Okay. If you're undecided whether or not you're going to check out Classic Guitar Rock Radio, well, I don't know what to tell you. I can't, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. I don't know what that means. Okay. I've been here for 4 minutes already and we haven't even done any news. It's ridiculous. And let me apologize right up front. Good news. couple weeks ago, it's already been 2 weeks, we got the news that Jakey Lee of Ozzy Osbourne, Badlands fame, Red Dragon Cartel, we all know him from Ozzy, let's be honest. He was shot in Las Vegas. Can you believe that? Well, the good news is he says he's on the mend. More than 2 weeks after the guitarist was shot in Las Vegas, 67-year-old musician, he was hit 3 times in a shooting about 10 miles from the Las Vegas Strip early on Tuesday, October 15th. He was later taken to the Sunrise Hospital and Medical Center's intensive care unit. Here's a quote. He posted this on social media. Hi, been 2 weeks, so I feel I should post something. I'm on the mend, no complications so far. Can't put any weight on my foot for another month, so I have a knee scooter for around the house. More fun than the walker. No updates from the detectives on the case. I will address the time of day I was walking my pup at, because he was shot at like 2 in the morning, between 2 and 3 in the morning. And people are like, why is he walking around? First of all, it's Las Vegas. A lot of people are walking around there. Of course, he's in a resident. Well, let me just read to it and I'll quit speculating. I'll let you determine. He says, I will address the time of day I was walking my pup at. I will address the time of day I was walking my pup at. To fill some space in this post. I'm a night owl. Always have been. My wife works graveyard in a casino. 2 to 3 in the morning is the middle of the day for us. Not uncommon for folks that work in Las Vegas, because people working all night, right? 2 to 3 in the morning is the middle of the day for us. And during the summer, with temps 115 to 120, during the day, walking Cocoa in the early morning can still be over 100 degrees. So we walk when it's coolest and have for the last 2 years without mishap until recently. Nothing nefarious, meaning that him being out in the middle of the night is not, it's a normal thing, right? That's when he goes walking. Makes sense. He continues, and some brief details about that night. Walking home from our walk, Coco's his dog, Coco and I crossed paths with a couple of thieves. Dressed darkly, hoodies pulled down their faces and masks covering their mouths, standing in a neighbor's driveway checking out his motorcycle. There was a verbal confrontation which ended with an agreement that I would walk one way and they would walk the opposite. That didn't work out. I'll probably talk in more detail about it later, but right now I can only comfortably do a little at a time. That sounds interesting. He said, this was in another social media post, that the police found 15 shell casings at the scene where he was shot, which means the shooter emptied his clip on me. I could only dodge so many, so one bullet went through my forearm, one through my foot, and one in the back, which broke a rib and damaged a lung. Holy cow. He's lucky that he's doing as well as he can. Man. So great news. And it sounds like there'll be more forthcoming about this from Jake. Looks like he'll tell us a little bit more, but man, what a scary thing to have happen in a neighborhood, right? Scary, scary, scary. Heart has announced the opening acts for its Royal Flush Tour 2025. Remember, they started the Royal Flush Tour last year and had to cut it short because of some health problems that Anne had. We'll get to that. So the band has tapped Squeeze, Cheap Trick, and Lucinda Williams as special guests for most of the shows. Now, Cheap Trick, one of the best live bands you'll ever see. So I'm totally on. Great show, man. Be a great show to see Heart with Cheap Trick. Actually, I've seen that show. About 20 years ago, I saw Heart, and I believe Cheap Trick was opening at Post Falls, Idaho, just over the border. I think it was Cheap Trick that opened. I'm pretty sure it was Cheap Trick and Heart. Anyways, looks like in March they'll start. Squeeze will open for like 10 shows. Then it looks like Cheap Trick will open, and then Lucinda Williams. So anyways, 2 great open. I don't know Lucinda Williams enough to form an opinion, but she ain't no Cheap Trick. Let's just say that. Anne said regarding the postponement or cancellation of dates last year, Ann said, quote, I underwent an operation to remove something that, as it turns out, was cancerous. The operation was successful and I'm feeling great, but my doctors are now advising me to undergo a course of preventive chemotherapy, and I've decided to do it. And so my doctors are instructing me to take the rest of the year away from the stage in order to fully recover. And that sounds like it makes sense to me. So looking forward to see Ann and Nancy out on the road. And if you have a chance to see, I think Squeeze would probably be, I've never seen Squeeze. I think they'd be good. Cheap Trick, obviously, would be great to see live. And of course, you get Heart. Mike Campbell. We all know and love Mike Campbell of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. He's worked with lots of different people, by the way. He's releasing his memoir. Memoir. That word is not pronounced the way it's spelled. By memoir. I think it's French, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. His memoir is called Heartbreaker, and it will come out March 18th. This is my book, he says in a press release. It's the story of a poor kid from Jacksonville, Florida, who realized a dream through music. It's a long journey through hard work, dedication, and luck. Playing guitar and writing songs has been my inspiration and purpose. It's a story of hope, redemption, and gratitude. Well, this is a massive I'm waiting for the movie. A testimonial that dreams can come true if you believe in yourself and follow your truth. It took 2 years to write, and it's a labor of love. I hope you enjoy the ride. I don't think he wrote that statement. I'm just saying. Mike Campbell's Heart. Oh, here's another. Guys, they're laying it on thick. Nothing against Mike, but this is kind of comical. Mike Campbell's Heartbreaker is everything one hopes for in a rock memoir. Like the remarkable body of work he co-created with Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, it delivers on every level from beginning to end. I think they just had AI write it. That's what I'm thinking. I'm just going to have AI start doing this update. I'm thinking. I do voiceovers on the side. So a freelancer, if you ever need voiceover work done, I do voiceovers. It's usually corporate stuff, training modules or, book summaries. I do a lot of business book summaries. So whatever. I digress. So I've been accused of sounding like AI. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. There's a few YouTube videos. I do voices for a few YouTube channels, and I'll see comments like, no, this is AI. One, though, and I took it as a compliment. One video, they accused me of being an AI Casey Kasem sound-alike. I totally took that as a compliment. I'm like, yes, they think I sound like Casey Kasem. That was awesome. Okay, so anyways, we've got this Mike Campbell book that's coming up. By the way, comments are open if you're tuning in on Facebook or the YouTubes or X. Say hello. Wasp. Remember Wasp? I wanna be somebody. Remember them? They kicked off their fall 2024 North American tour dubbed Album One Alive October 26th at the Fremont Theater in San Luis Obispo, California. Now, that's cool. You can go check out that tour. I don't have the tour dates, but one thing that's kind of fun is and a lot of artists are doing this now, is they offer an intimate VIP experience. So you pay a bunch extra and you get to go in early and meet. Sometimes you get to meet the band. You get to do, there's special, you get a special shirt or something. There's various ways, various things come out in these VIP things. So once again, frontman Blackie Lawless is offering an intimate VIP experience before each show. This is from Blabbermouth, by the way. Not only do fans get photos with Blackie, autographs, an autographed laminate, guitar picks, and a very special question and answer session with Blackie. So I think Wasp is basically Blackie now. I don't know if it's original members. It kind of seems like it's Blackie Lawless now. Now fans also get to experience for the very first time the Wasp Museum that is exclusive to the VIP experience at each show. The museum contains a variety of items taken directly from the Wasp storage lockers Fans can see the original Wasp sign, Blackie's head from the first stage, a raw meat box, his bass, his Raiders guitar, the Blind in Texas guitar, his clothes from the Blind in Texas and Wild Child videos, gold and platinum records, magazines, posters from iconic shows, the F Like a Beast cod piece. Remember that? It like has a buzzsaw blade. A surprise gold record and clock and more. This in addition to getting a photo with Elvis, Blackie's legendary mic stand. So, dude, if you're a wasper, what do you call wasp? A waspy? I don't know. I don't know what fans of Wasp are called, but this is something you want to sign up for. I mean, why wouldn't you? Anyways, okay. Guys, email me, classicguitarrock@mail.com. Check us out on the radio station. I already mentioned Classic Metal Vault and the Time Machine on Friday. And of course, we got the Well on Saturday and Sunday. It's going to be a great rockin' weekend. And tomorrow, by the way, Halloween. So have a happy and safe Halloween. Don't eat too much candy. If you're out with kids or grandkids trick-or-treating, be careful. Live long and prosper. Well, you know what? Here's my commitment. We've done 3 days in a row. We're going to do it. We're going to go all week. We're going to do one every day this week. Appreciate you so much. Live long and prosper. We'll see you. Bye-bye.